Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Authentic Info Podcast. I'm your host, Panyaza. The Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, has warned Bheki Cele against gatekeeping the Panyaza, who are law enforcement personnel launched by the Premier of Gauteng to combat crime around Gauteng hotspots. The allegation is that the Minister of Police, Bheki Cele, is refusing to recognize Panyaza as credible law enforcement officers that are eligible to can combat crime in the areas of Gauteng. And Panyaza sounds like someone who's very angry and fed up by the delay caused by the minister. And he called his name recently to say that if he doesn't act accordingly, they're going to get rid of him because they want these guys to be recognized, because he is of the view, and he says that he is quite certain that Panyaza are properly trained, they are competent, and they should be allowed to carry firearms. I think the issue is that the Minister of Police doesn't want to recognize Panyaza as officials who are fit to carry firearms, who are fit to be involved in solving the problem of crime, in terms of crime prevention, in terms of being directly involved in firing exchange and things like that. He doesn't want to recognize them to be equivalent to the police. And Panyaza's argument is that these Panyaza, these crime prevention wardens are well trained, and they've been trained by people who are qualified to train even the SAPS. He even took a jab at the SAPS to say the SAPS are the first people to run away from a crime scene, are the first people to neglect their duties when it is time for them to fight criminality. And he says that looking at Gauteng, looking at the number of hotspots in Gauteng, the police that they have, the other law enforcement agencies, your Metro Police and all other law enforcement officers are not fully capacitated to fight the problems of crime that are faced by Gauteng province. So he thought that the 6,000 newly recruited crime prevention wardens will add value in terms of crime prevention in the parts of Gauteng. But it seems like the Minister of Police is not on the side of Panyaza Lesufi. He's taking time to recognize these crime prevention wardens. And he also spoke to a lot of issues other than the crime prevention wardens. He spoke to the problems of electricity, the problems of the debt that the communities, the townships have against Eskom, that the state must clear those debts, and that everyone else who has a house must at least have more than 1,500 units that are paid for by the state, and the municipalities must come on board to help solve this problem of historic debts in terms of owing electricity to to Eskom and all other providers of electricity, stating that Eskom is the wing of the state, and it should come to the party whenever the people of South Africa have problems. It must be the first one, which must not be isolated, but it must form part of the solutions in terms of providing energy. So there are a lot of things that he has covered, but for this segment, I was only focusing on the jab that they took against Minister Bheki Cele. Minister Bheki Cele and the likes of Pravin Gordhan are some of the people who I think are being targeted. We know that not so long the SG has called on Pravin Gordhan, saying that he must act or else he would be moved. And a lot of us interpreted that to say they want to get rid of him. And we know that even the likes of Gwede, the ANC Youth League led by Colin Malachi, which is accused of being captured by the SG, of the ANC has always been swapping words or taking a jab at the chairperson of the ANC. We know that they are fighting to be involved in strategic positions, in senior positions and management, political positions of the ANC. These youth league members, they want to be part of that and they want to lead with these elders, and the elders are refusing to allow them into their space. So there's a lot that is going on in the ANC, and some professors, when it comes to the issue of crime prevention wardens, they are of the view that it seems like the ANC has taken a strategy, especially the Gauteng ANC has taken a strategy that has been taken by Zimbabwe, to have these crime prevention wardens so that they can target people who have some sort of resistance against the party, the ANC, which I'm not sure if they are going to succeed if that is the case. But some professors are of the view that in 2024, maybe Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi want to use these crime prevention wardens to target people who might be resisting the ANC, people who might be organized and gathered to support other opposition parties, that these people are going to be used to target such individuals and intimidate them, which will be bad because that would be moving away from democracy that we preach about. So this is Authentic Info Podcast. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching this episode. Let us grow together. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. Let's engage in the comment section. What are your views in terms of the Minister of Police refusing to recognize crime prevention wardens who are, in terms of capacity, 6,000? I mean, those are 6,000 jobs. And if a Minister of Police, who is a Minister of the ANC, has to be called by name by a premier to come to the party to recognize people who have been given an opportunity to work, an opportunity to put their lives on the line to prevent crimes, to target crime hotspots, and they must go there unarmed, which is risky. So these people, in my own view, are supposed to be capacitated, are supposed to be given the necessary tools, the necessary security equipment, so that they can be able to be visible, they can be able to combat crime, they can be able to fight criminals toe to toe. But without the recognition of the Minister of Police, without them being armed in terms of security equipment, they cannot deliver. This is Authentic Info Podcast. I'm your host, Cele. Thanks for watching.